Greetings and salutations to everyone. Today we're going to talk about detailing brushes. Now, detailing brushes are super beneficial, almost necessary when it comes to detailing your car. So we're going to go over the various types of detailing brushes, where they can be used, how they can really help you. And also, I'm going to recommend to you a pair of detailing brushes you can get at a great price on Amazon, so that you can be able to detail all the areas of your vehicle like a professional. Okay, so we're gonna start first with the brushes you would use for the exterior. We're gonna start with the wheels. So for the wheels, the first one you're gonna use is the tire brush. So you're gonna go ahead and spray your cleaner. This is Adam's Wheel and Tire Cleaner, one of the best all-around wheel and tire cleaners. And this brush is from Detail Factory. This is perfect because the bristles are stiff enough to give you a good cleaning, but they're not so stiff that it makes it difficult to actually scrub. There's other tire brushes that are a little bit more stiff, and it gives you a little bit harder of a time to clean the tire. Also, this is perfect. As you see, a lot of tires have this lip, and you can get inside that lip. So the first one would be this Detail Factory brush for the tires. So that's what this one would be. And then depending on your procedure, the next one we're gonna go over detailing brushes for the face of the wheel. So there's a couple of different brushes you could use. You could use a bigger one like this, which has a bigger surface area. And this one can help you get like this. So you can go ahead and do this. This type of brush also can help you get, depending on how much space you have, inside the wheel wells. So you can get inside here to clean those wells. The other type of brush that you could use, which is my absolute favorite brush for the exterior of the wheels, is this one from Detail Factory. The bristles are long enough to be able to get really nice inside the lug nuts. So there's no way for you to miss them. Gets really nice. And it's also able to get inside some areas that these ones are not able to reach because of this top rubber part. It kind of prohibits you. So in tight areas like the ends of the wheels, this just helps you be able to get inside all the little areas where the other brushes might have not allowed you to get. So if you only had a choice of one, this is the one I would recommend above all. And then we're moving into inside the barrel. So for inside the barrel, you also have a couple different options. The first and probably one of the best ones is this type of brush. The bristles are nice. They're not too soft and they're not too hard. So it's a perfect balance. And this one is able to really get inside those barrels. Now, the reason why this one is better than others is because of the design. So it's basically one long metal part where all these bristles are coming out. The main reason why this one is probably the best one is because in a lot of wheels, the brake rotors are really big and there's not a lot of space in between the wheel, inside the wheel, and the brake rotor. So there's only a small space, and these ones are able to get inside because of how flexible the bristles are and how thin it is. So this one is really great for that. Also, it's flexible, so you can bend it at an angle to help you get behind the spokes really well, or at an angle. Some spokes, these ones are easy, but there are some where it has a lot more spokes and there's only a little bit of space. So this one is able to get inside wheels that have really small spokes. Something like this is also really great, but this one doesn't fit everywhere, and that's where the problem is. So this one in these wheels works perfectly. It's already bent at an angle, so it can help you get inside the barrel at all angles. And just the way it is and how sturdy it is, you can really put a good pressure so you can get a good cleaning if there's a big brake dust that was there for a long time. But again, the problem is this doesn't fit everywhere. Now, another place where this one is really good is wheels that have gloss black. So really sensitive. That gloss black is really sensitive. It scratches really easily. If I had a choice to choose, I would choose this one because it's microfiber. It's a little more gentle. So for those gloss black wheels, you can use this type of brush. And basically, these are the main brushes you would need to detail the wheels of your vehicle. So this type of brush that's a little bit thicker, that the bristles are a little bit on the stiffer side, not too stiff, but good enough, is perfect for cleaning rubber mats. So for rubber mats, This brush is able to get inside the crevices really well and give you a nice scrubbing power. Now, in case there's, you know, caked on like gum or residue, just some kind of residue or anything that's a little bit more hard and that needs a little bit more scrubbing power, you would totally want to use your Detail Factory tire brush. So the brush for the tires works perfectly also for rubber mats. So you can also use this instead, but if it's not too dirty, this type of brush would also work perfectly to get inside some of the smaller crevices because the bristles are more flexible than they are on this. But again, if it's a little bit dirtier or has some other, I don't know, some gum, some gunk from like a gummy bear or something like that, this type of brush has a lot more scrubbing capability, so it's able to help you get more cleaning power out of it. So for the rubber mats, these two brushes work perfectly. Okay, so now we're gonna go over the different type of brushes you would need for the interior. So if you have a air compressor and a blowout gun like this, you can blow out everything. This will help. If not, no problem. But the first brush I want to talk about is this one. Now this one has some nice soft bristles and it's really long. The bristles are long. And this one's perfect for getting inside the air vents. Because the long bristles is able to reach to the plastic pieces in the back. And they're so flexible that it's able to get inside all those air vents. That's usually when the air vents are not that dirty and they just need some dusting off. So this type of brush would be perfect for the air vents. And then we're gonna talk about a similar type of brush. So this one's same thing. The bristles are super soft, but they're stiff enough to be able to do dusting small areas. So for example, around the buttons, this type of brush is perfect. So the first step I would do before vacuuming is just dust off everything you can. And again, this is soft enough to be able to clean, but not too harsh where it'll damage delicate things. So for dusting areas, this type of brush is perfect, and this is the type of brush you want. So in between the space between the steering wheel here, you can get around this circle part of the turn signal or the windshield wipers. Also, a lot of dust collects there, and just anywhere that dust collects, this brush is super helpful. It's one of my favorite ones when it comes to dusting. All around the cluster area here and the cup holders, all the little dust and little food debris, a lot of the food debris in between the buttons, you'll be able to really dust off and get out of there so you can continue by vacuuming. So this one really helps you get a lot of the stuff dislodged and removed from the smaller areas. And just because of how long the bristles are too, they're a little bit longer, you can get inside the buttons and stuff like that, areas where you might not be able to reach by hand. So that brush is really great. And then we're moving on to something like this brush. So this brush is super soft. It's almost like a makeup brush. It's so soft, and this one's perfect if you kind of zoom in here for this type of material, which is piano black. A lot of luxury cars or a lot of just high-end, or just actually most manufacturers, they're putting a lot of piano black in the vehicles. And this material, though it looks really nice, it's really delicate. It's really delicate. It gets scratched so easily. So this type of brush actually is perfect. Any area that has piano black, this type of brush, also for navigation screens, this brush is so gentle that it will not scratch it. So for any high-end luxury car, Lamborghini, Ferrari, Rolls-Royce, or any car that has this piano black, this type of brush, you don't want to wet it, always keep dry, and it's great for dusting in areas where it's very delicate, like piano black. So this brush is really great for that. And lastly, we move to the sturdiest one. This one has really stiff bristles, so this is great for doing the dirty work, the cleaning. So for example, in the cup holders. So in cup holders, this type of brush is the one you actually want to use with your chemical to agitate. You can actually spray the brush, spray the area, and it's a perfect amount of stiffness to be able to clean cup holder areas, also for the steering wheel. So you can spray your brush, spray the steering wheel, and this type of brush is great for steering wheels. All plastic, rubber, vinyl. This type of brush is the one you need. So it's an absolutely must. And again, this one's a little bit stiffer. It's not too stiff where it'll damage stuff, but it's stiff enough for you to be able to do some serious agitation to remove grime from areas. So anywhere that's plastic, like I said, on the door panels as well, this type of brush is great for that. So you can get inside the buttons on the door panels, inside the pocket areas where you put your cup holder. This type of brush is the one you actually want to use in conjunction with your chemical and agitate anything that is really dirty. So this type of brush, also for example, the shift knob we always touch, and is actually full of grime, all kinds of bacteria and stuff. So this type of brush is perfect for those areas like that. And then lastly, we have this. This is not a brush, this is a Scrub Ninja, but for anything that is a little bit more heavy duty, that requires a little bit more cleaning, or you just want to have a bigger surface area, this type of Scrub Ninja is perfect. So for example, for leather seats, this is the best tool for that. So you just spray the area and you agitate it gently, and it's able to really clean. Now you can also do it with the brush, and the brush is perfect, except obviously it's gonna take you a little bit longer because the surface area of this is a lot smaller than the surface area of this whole pad. But there might be some areas, for example, in between the cracks, where this might be a little bit harder to get inside, and this is where this brush will also come in handy. So you can really get inside the crevices of some areas and help you clean that. So these two, and so those are the main brushes you would want when cleaning your vehicle. These are the main brushes you would need for pretty much 99% of all vehicles. There might be some different situations where you might need something different, but for the most part, these are the ones. So for all the tools, all the products and chemicals, I'm gonna have a link down below. So feel free to check them out. It's Amazon affiliate. It gives me a little bit of revenue at no cost to you. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comment section. And thank you so much for watching.